eye drops, expensive glasses, and vitamin pills. Yet your vision keeps fading. Does this sound familiar? You've done everything you were told. You've worn your reading glasses, taken the supplements, followed every tip about blue light and eye strain. But the truth is, if your retina is slowly deteriorating, none of those quick fixes can stop the damage. They only mask the symptoms. I've seen it in my own patients, over and over again. Good, responsible people in their 60 seconds and 70 seconds, slowly watching the world blur around them. They tell me, I can't read the clock from across the room anymore. My eyes burn at night, even though I haven't used a screen. I'm scared to drive after dark. These are not small inconveniences. This is your retina, the very part of your eye that captures light, color, detail, gradually breaking down. And once it's gone, there's no surgery or pill that can bring it back. I understand how that feels. The anxiety, the frustration, the fear that one day you might open your eyes and not be able to recognize your loved ones' faces. But what most people don't know is this. The solution doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't even come from a pharmacy. In fact, some of the most powerful allies for your retina come from nature itself, specifically in the form of simple herbal teas that have been used for centuries. Today, I'll walk you through 3 powerful teas that can help reduce inflammation in the retina, improve blood flow to the eyes, and even slow or reverse age-related damage. Each one has been studied. Each one is gentle enough for seniors to drink daily. And the last one, well, let's just say it's the one I recommend the most when I see early signs of retinal aging. If this is your first time watching the channel, I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss the small, natural steps that can make a big difference in your health. Let's get started. Let's begin with a plant that has quietly earned its place as one of nature's best protectors of eyesight, bilberry. You may have heard of it before. Some call it the European cousin of the American blueberry. But bilberries aren't just sweet little fruits. For centuries, they've been used in herbal medicine to nourish the retina, improve blood circulation in the eyes, and support vision at night. Why is that important? Because as we age, the tiny capillaries feeding our retinas begin to narrow. Blood doesn't flow as freely. Oxygen and nutrients struggle to reach the delicate cells at the back of the eye. This leads to retinal fatigue, reduced night vision, and eventually, long-term retinal degeneration. That's where bilberry tea comes in. It contains high levels of anthocyanins, powerful plant pigments that give bilberries their deep purple-blue color. But more importantly, anthocyanins are potent antioxidants that help stabilize and repair the fragile blood vessels of the retina. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology and Nutrition showed that daily supplementation with bilberry extract improved visual function in low-light conditions in adults over 60. Participants experienced better contrast sensitivity and reported less strain during nighttime reading or driving. Another study in 2018 observed that bilberry compounds helped protect retinal ganglion cells, the neurons that transmit visual signals from the retina to the brain. In other words, bilberries don't just help you see better, they help your eyes communicate better with your brain. But here's what I find most impressive. The effects aren't just theoretical. I've seen real improvements in my own patients. Like Tom, a retired bus driver in his early 70 seconds. He came to me complaining that his night vision had become a nightmare. Headlights from oncoming cars looked like blinding halos, and he was terrified to drive after sunset. After 6 weeks of adding bilberry tea to his morning routine, along with some lifestyle adjustments, he told me this. For the first time in years, I feel confident behind the wheel at night. The lights aren't painful anymore, and I don't squint through every turn. Now let's be clear. Bilberry tea is not a cure, but it's a gentle, natural support for your eyes, especially when combined with other healthy habits. So, how do you use it? Most bilberry teas are made from dried berries or leaf extract. I usually recommend using 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried bilberries steeped in hot water for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can drink it once a day, preferably in the morning or early afternoon, so your body has time to absorb and circulate its antioxidants throughout the day. If you prefer a mild taste, add a slice of lemon or a bit of cinnamon. And always make sure the tea you're drinking is 100% pure bilberry, not a blend diluted with fillers or artificial flavoring. One more thing. Bilberry is generally safe, but if you're taking blood-thinning medications, speak with your doctor first, as it may enhance circulation effects. Bilberry tea works best when used consistently. This isn't a quick fix. It's quiet, gradual support, just like the way our eyes function best when they're cared for every day. In the next part, we'll explore a flower that's not just beautiful, but remarkably calming for aging, tired eyes, especially in the age of screens and dry air. And remember, nature rarely works in isolation. When we combine the right herbs together, their effects become even more powerful. Let's keep going. If bilberry tea helps the retina by strengthening its blood supply, chrysanthemum tea plays a different but equally important role, reducing inflammation, dryness, and fatigue in aging eyes. For many seniors, these symptoms show up every day. Tired, burning eyes by evening, trouble focusing after reading, or a gritty, dry sensation that just won't go away. These may seem like surface problems, but left unaddressed, they can accelerate oxidative stress and lead to deeper retinal damage. Chrysanthemum tea has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, not just as a drink, but as a remedy for eye heat, redness, and tension. And now, modern science is beginning to explain why. A 2019 study in evidence-based complementary and alternative medicine found that chrysanthemum extract helped reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in cells exposed to light damage, a major factor in both digital eye strain and age-related vision decline. What makes it work? Chrysanthemum contains luteolin, chlorogenic acid, and natural flavonoids compounds known to calm overactive immune responses and support the eye's natural repair processes. Unlike bilberry, which acts on the retina's internal structures, chrysanthemum protects the eye's outer layers, where dryness, irritation, and light sensitivity first appear. It's especially useful for seniors who spend time reading, using tablets, or under indoor lighting. These modern light sources seem harmless, but over time, they wear out the muscles that control focus and contribute to chronic tension in the eyes. Chrysanthemum tea is also rich in lutein, a carotenoid that protects the macula, the part of the retina responsible for sharp central vision. Supporting the macula means better reading clarity, better color perception, and less visual fatigue. A 2020 study in Food and Function showed that daily consumption of chrysanthemum tea improved antioxidant levels and helped stabilize the tear film in older adults, meaning their eyes stayed naturally lubricated longer throughout the day. From a practical standpoint, it's easy to prepare and enjoy. To brew, steep 1 tablespoon of dried chrysanthemum flowers in hot water for 5 to 7 minutes. The tea has a light floral taste, slightly sweet, and can be enjoyed in the afternoon or evening, as it contains no caffeine. If you find the flavor too mild, a thin slice of pear or a few goji berries can enhance both the taste and nutritional profile. While you won't notice a dramatic change overnight, most seniors who drink it regularly begin to feel a difference in how their eyes respond to strain, less burning, less squinting, and a more relaxed feeling, especially at night. Chrysanthemum tea isn't meant to replace other treatments. It works best as a protective daily ritual, supporting hydration, calming surface inflammation, and relieving the everyday pressure our eyes face. Paired with bilberry, it builds a solid foundation for retinal support, one that strengthens from within and one that shields from the outside. Next, we'll look at the final herbal tea, and this one is different. It doesn't just support the eyes. It improves circulation to the optic nerve itself, reviving the brain-eye connection that so many seniors don't realize they're losing. Now let's talk about the tea that brings everything together, Ginkgo Biloba. If your eyes have ever felt fine but your vision still seems slow, dim, or disconnected, this may be the missing piece. Unlike bilberry or chrysanthemum, ginkgo doesn't focus on the surface of the eye or even the retina itself. Its real power lies in what happens behind the scenes, in the circulation that feeds the optic nerve, and the connection between your eyes and your brain. We often think of vision as something that starts and ends in the eyes, but that's not quite true. Your optic nerve is the messenger. It takes the image your retina receives and sends it to your brain for interpretation. If blood flow to this nerve is compromised, even healthy eyes can produce blurry or delayed vision. Ginkgo biloba has been treasured in traditional medicine for over 1,000 years, and for good reason. Modern studies have shown that it enhances microcirculation, especially in the small vessels around the eyes and brain. The two main compounds responsible for this are flavonoids and terpenoids. Together, they help relax blood vessels, reduce platelet stickiness, and improve oxygen and nutrient delivery to nerve tissue. In 2020, a randomized controlled trial published in Clinical Ophthalmology revealed that Ginkgo Biloba extract improved visual field performance in people with normal tension glaucoma. This type of glaucoma causes optic nerve damage without increasing eye pressure, meaning blood flow is the likely issue, and Ginkgo helped. Another study from 2013 Inches Current Eye Research showed that older adults who used ginkgo extract for 8 weeks reported better contrast perception and wider peripheral vision, especially under low light conditions. This is crucial for seniors who feel like their vision narrows or slows down in the evening. In my own practice, I've seen ginkgo help seniors who describe their vision not as blurry, but as disconnected. They say, "It's like I see the object, but my brain reacts a second too late." That small delay can make reading harder, driving more dangerous, and daily life feel more confusing. One patient who stands out is Barbara, a 74-year-old retired teacher. Her main complaint wasn't eye fatigue or dryness, it was what she called laggy vision. After drinking Ginkgo Biloba tea every evening for a month, along with light eye exercises, she told me this: "I feel more connected, like my eyes and brain are finally on the same page again." Preparing ginkgo tea is simple. Use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried Ginkgo Biloba leaves. Steep them in hot water for 10 minutes, and sip slowly. The flavor is slightly bitter and earthy, but adding a small slice of ginger or honey can make it more pleasant. I recommend having it in the early evening, when your circulation naturally begins to slow down. Just avoid drinking it too close to bedtime, as ginkgo can gently stimulate mental alertness. As with any herb that influences blood flow, ginkgo should be used with care if you're on blood-thinning medications. Always speak with your healthcare provider first. What makes ginkgo unique is that it doesn't just help your eyes see, it helps your brain keep up with what your eyes are showing it. That's a deeper kind of clarity, one that many people don't realize they've lost until it begins to return. In the next part, I'll guide you through a simple daily plan. If you've ever wondered how to actually make these herbs a part of your life without confusion or complexity, this is your next step. Now that we've explored all 3 herbal teas, let's turn that knowledge into a daily habit you can follow with ease. No confusion, no complicated recipes, just a gentle, reliable rhythm that works with your body, not against it. Many seniors I've spoken to feel overwhelmed when they try to include multiple herbs in their routine. Some worry about timing. Others aren't sure which teas to combine or how much to drink. So let me walk you through a plan that's worked well for many of my patients, one that honors your day and supports your eyes from morning to night. Start your day with bilberry tea. This is your foundation. It works best earlier in the day when blood flow is naturally more active. Steep 1 teaspoon of dried bilberries or a bilberry tea bag in hot water for about 10 minutes. Drink it slowly after breakfast or mid-morning. This sets the tone for better circulation and retinal support throughout the day. In the afternoon, shift to chrysanthemum tea. This is the time when eye fatigue starts to build, especially if you've been reading, on your phone, or exposed to indoor lighting. Chrysanthemum tea helps cool down inflammation and soothe surface dryness. Steep 1 tablespoon of dried flowers in warm water, not boiling, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Sip it slowly, perhaps while resting or enjoying a quiet moment. This simple practice can make your evening eyes feel less strained and more comfortable. As evening arrives, you'll want to support your optic nerves and brain-eye communication. This is where Ginkgo Biloba tea comes in. Prepare it around 6 or 7 p.m. depending on your bedtime. Use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried ginkgo leaves in hot water and steep for 10 minutes. If the taste is too earthy, you can soften it with a thin slice of fresh ginger or a bit of honey. Drink it while sitting quietly, perhaps reflecting on your day. This isn't just a tea, it's a signal to your nervous system that support is on the way. When followed consistently, this 3-tea plan forms a kind of rhythm, one that strengthens the retina, soothes inflammation, and boosts circulation all in one day. You don't have to follow it with military precision. Life happens. If you miss a cup, that's okay. What matters most is consistency over time. Many seniors ask if they can combine the teas. I recommend enjoying each tea on its own to let its full effects unfold. If you prefer to keep things simple, you can rotate them day by day. Bilberry on Monday, chrysanthemum on Tuesday, ginkgo on Wednesday, and so on. The goal is not perfection. The goal is protection. Try this routine for 2 to 3 weeks and pay attention to your body. Notice how your eyes feel at night, how quickly they adjust from light to dark, and whether your overall sense of clarity improves. These small shifts are signs that your system is responding. What I love most about this plan is that it doesn't require expensive supplements or invasive treatments. It brings healing into your kitchen, using herbs that have stood the test of time, supported by both tradition and science. And if you're just getting started, don't worry. Begin with 1 tea. Add another when you're ready. This is your journey, and every cup is a step toward protecting your vision, naturally, gently, and powerfully. If you've made it this far, I want to pause for a moment and say this from the heart. Thank you. Thank you for caring about your health, for showing up for yourself, and for believing that even now, at this stage in life, healing is still possible. It takes courage to face change, especially when it comes to something as precious as your vision. But here's the truth. You are not powerless. You are not broken. And you are certainly not too late. Whether your vision has been slipping slowly for years, or you've just started noticing discomfort or blur, what matters is that you're still looking for answers. You're still searching for light. And the 3 herbal teas we've talked about today, bilberry, chrysanthemum, and Ginkgo Biloba, they're not just drinks. They're small acts of self-respect, of resilience, of quiet defiance against the idea that aging must equal decline. When you sip bilberry tea in the morning, you're giving your retina the strength to keep receiving life's colors. When you rest with chrysanthemum tea in the afternoon, you're reminding your eyes they deserve comfort, not just endurance. And when you nourish your circulation with ginkgo in the evening, you're telling your brain and your eyes, stay connected, stay alive. This isn't magic. It's not overnight, but it's real. Your body is always listening, and when you offer it the right support, gently, consistently, it often responds in ways you never expected. So if this video helped you, even just a little, I invite you to pass that light forward. Like it. Share it with someone who might be struggling quietly. Subscribe if you'd like more videos like this. Or leave a comment and tell us your story. You never know who might be inspired by it. And as always, from my heart to yours, take care of your health, your hope, and your vision. You deserve to see the world clearly, fully, and beautifully for many years to come.